This is John with Custom Kids Cars. Got another update on Hellram. We've been working on the strikers, little sparkers that are for Razor scooters. We fabbed up some little arms that are spring loaded, so when Hellram comes down, it hits on these, but each side will still be flexible so that when you go, it'll always make constant contact. We were thinking about being lazy and just welding it to a little bolt that was on the bottom of the frame, but we wanted that variance, you know, with different terrain and the levels. So that's what we came up with. It's some 3/4 inch square tube, 1 inch round tube, and on the inside is a spring. Let's see if I can get this done. It's kind of heavy because it's spring loaded. But this is turning out to be a pretty cool addition. It's literally taken us all day. So we've got a 3/8 bolt welded to the top. We've got some, I think it's 1.5 inch that we cut in half and just literally added the shoe part into it with 4 bolts. So the spring goes on here. This is all stuff we got at the regular hardware store. So that's the spring, and then we welded a cap to the top of this, which goes on here. And if you see, we got some ugly looking welds on 2 sides, but it's a little bit sloppy, so we added some material there so that it was just didn't twist so much. So basically that's on there like that, and this is the one for the passenger side, and we've actually already got the one for the driver's side installed. It's going to be hard to see here, but that's a pretty good angle right there, so you can see it right here. So Hellram's raised up right now, but as it goes down, it's going to make contact. Guess we can do that. I wanted to talk about the lighting a little bit too. We blacked out everything. It's hard to see with the lights on, but we used black tint light over the orange, amber, whatever you want to call it, and added some osmium super fluxes. So that looks really stealthy, kind of demonish. The same thing to the back. We blacked out the tail light lenses. I can't really wire those up right now to a battery. It's kind of tricky. We added a side gauge into the dash. It wasn't backlit, so what we had to do was literally drill a hole in it very carefully and added another osmium superflux, and we just hot glue gunned it in place. That'll hold it just fine. And here you can see the relays for the dump valve and the air compressor. Everything's really ugly right now because we got to take it apart. We're literally just powering up the lights with some alligator clips. Got to be careful so I don't short something out. We got the regular key I talked about in the previous video that turns it on and off. We got 4 separate switches. One's going to be for underglows, one's going to be for headlights, tail lights, one's going to be for driving lights, and then the other one will be for your I guess you can call them cab lights, and also the halos that are in the grill. Everything's pretty much sanded down, prepped for hydrographics. That's coming up pretty soon. We got the film in. We've just been so busy with other stuff. That's pretty much the big update, is those sparkers. So it's already raised up. We'll go ahead and drop it down. So it's making contact right there. I think you can see it right there. So yeah, if I give her a push, you can see some sparks in there. Once this thing's going 10 miles an hour full speed and the driver drops it, it'll definitely have that cool effect that it's riding on its frame rails. I guess I just forgot this. We got the charge port for the 24 volts, and we also got a battery indicator light. We could go either way. I don't know if I'm going to install an accessory battery or just a step-down converter. I'm leaning towards battery just so we can run the stereo and the lights longer, you know, at car shows. But for simplicity, step-down converters are easier if you ask me, because you don't have to have the weight of a battery, you don't have to recharge 2 batteries. You just have a little bit shorter run time. But anyways, it's the latest update on Hellram Air Ride Dodge Dually by Kid Tracks. We're making some good headway. We got a little bit more framework to do, and then we'd like to get another test drive out. And speaking of test drives, we're not exactly sure that we're going to keep the sparker right there. If it has a good effect, I wanted it to be hidden from the view. People are walking around it. So you got this big old ugly thing, and I didn't want it in the back here where you could see it, like it's got, you know, some lame wheelie bar or something in the back. So that was the reason we kind of kept it on the inside of the axle, if that makes any sense. So I think it's going to have a good effect at low light, dark type riding, so it shouldn't be an issue. So that being said, thanks for watching, and give me a shout if you have any questions. Give us a like, and definitely share this video, because this has been a serious effort as far as engineering and fabrication, and it's going to be some pretty sweet lighting. So anyways, thanks, and talk to you soon.